Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Respected friends of projects in world, have you ever wondered what makes a bullet so deadly? What exactly is inside a bullet that causes a person immense pain and, in some cases, leads to death? Is there poison involved, or is it something else entirely? In today's fascinating video, we will uncover the hidden secrets behind how bullets work and what happens when they penetrate the human body. Stay with us until the end, and if you find this video interesting, don't forget to like and share it with your friends. Now, let's get started. The weapon known as Narsinga Praband holds historical significance as one of the tools not only used for political purposes but also as a key instrument in warfare. Many such weapons are still being created around the world. The very first firearm powered by gunpowder was invented in China. This groundbreaking weapon, which laid the foundation for modern guns, was developed nearly 1,000 years ago. It eventually spread to other parts of Asia by 1234 and made its way to Europe by 1320. This early firearm was constructed using bamboo, which served as a casing to launch projectiles with significant force. Gunpowder, packed tightly into the bamboo casing, would explode upon ignition, propelling the projectile at high speed and with remarkable accuracy. The invention of gunpowder, also attributed to China, involved using black powder as a propellant. Initially, small stones or similar objects were used as projectiles, placed in front of the gunpowder. When ignited, the gunpowder would send the projectile flying through the air, striking targets with force. From the 1500s to the 1800s, firearms underwent substantial evolution. In 1836, Captain Naidu introduced the modern design of bullets, revolutionizing their structure and functionality. Over time, bullets became more sophisticated, with improved mechanisms for precision and power. For instance, during the American Civil War, approximately 90% of fatalities were caused by bullet wounds. By 1883, modern firearms and bullet designs had further advanced in countries like Ireland. Interestingly, many people mistakenly believe that the entire unit fired from a gun is called a bullet. In reality, only the solid projectile at the front is known as the bullet, while the rest of the unit is called the cartridge case. This cartridge case, commonly referred to as the shell, houses the gunpowder or propellant. Collectively, the bullet and its casing are often called a round. When fired, the gunpowder inside the cartridge ignites, producing a powerful reaction that propels the bullet toward its target with great speed and force. She explained that the casing, commonly known as santh, ginger powder, along with the gunpowder, exits from the right side of the weapon. A bullet that includes both the casing and the projectile is called a round in English and a complete bullet in Urdu. This type of bullet, composed of the shell and the projectile, typically has a brass front. It is primarily used in right-hand guns and rifles. A bullet whose casing contains small pellets of gunpowder is referred to as a cartridge in English and kartus in Urdu. These pellets can also be found in larger cartridges. The casing of these cartridges is usually made of plastic and is specifically designed for use in shotguns. The front part of a bullet is what penetrates the human body, inflicting serious pain and damage. Inside, the bullet contains gunpowder, which is the source of its lethal force. At the back of the cartridge, there is a small pinpointed component called the primer. When struck, the primer ignites the gunpowder, setting the bullet into motion. Let's talk about how a bullet is fired. A bullet operates similarly to a small rocket. Just as a rocket's rear section propels it forward, the gunpowder in a bullet provides the necessary thrust. When fired, the gunpowder ignites, producing explosive energy that launches the bullet forward at high speed, while the casing is ejected from the gun. By now, it should be clear that a bullet doesn't contain any poison to cause death. Instead, its lethal nature lies in its incredible speed and force, which allows it to pierce through the human body, causing severe damage. This damage often results in heavy blood loss, which is the primary cause of death. You may have observed or heard that a bullet wound to the head or chest often results in instant death. However, when a bullet strikes other parts of the body, survival is usually possible. This is why law enforcement officers are instructed to avoid aiming for a suspect's head or chest. Instead, they are trained to target the legs to disable the suspect without causing fatal injuries. Now, let's address a common question: where does a bullet fired into the air go? A bullet can travel a significant distance through the air before eventually falling to the ground. If it happens to strike someone during its descent, the damage is usually minor compared to a direct shot. Speaking of the AK-47, it is the most widely used rifle in the world. The AK-47 is a staple in military operations and is often associated with guerrilla warfare. Designed as a machine gun, the AK-47 can fire in both single-shot mode and continuous bursts. In contrast, the Americans developed the M16 rifle to rival the AK-47. It has been established that the M16 is more accurate and has a longer range than the AK-47. However, the M16's bullets are smaller in size compared to the AK-47's, making the AK-47's bullets more powerful upon impact. The AK-47 is constructed from durable materials like wood and metal, making it highly robust and reliable in rough conditions. On the other hand, the M16 is made with lightweight materials like plastic, which makes it easier to carry but also more prone to damage. During close combat, the AK-47 is more reliable due to its durability, whereas the M16 is more likely to break under similar circumstances. An American soldier once shared an interesting anecdote about the Vietnam War. He mentioned that during intense close-quarter battles, the opposing sides were often so close to each other that they would end up exchanging rifles mid-fight. This shows how critical the reliability of a weapon can be during combat. The M16 rifle requires meticulous maintenance to function effectively, as its performance largely depends on regular cleaning and proper care. In contrast, the AK-47 stands out for its remarkable durability and reliability, even under harsh conditions and without frequent cleaning. This robustness is one of the key reasons why the Kalashnikov AK-47 has become a worldwide symbol of revolution. In Russia, Mikhail Kalashnikov, the mastermind behind the AK-47, is celebrated as a national hero. However, despite the global acclaim and widespread use of his creation, Kalashnikov did not reap significant financial rewards. Reflecting on this irony, he once remarked that if he had invented a lawnmower instead of a rifle, he might have earned a lot more money. When first introduced, the AK-47 had its share of issues. However, by 1947, the design was perfected, and the finalized Type 1 model became synonymous with the name AK-47. From that moment on, this revolutionary rifle gained immense fame and became a staple in military arsenals around the globe. Its reliability and effectiveness have ensured that the AK-47 remains one of the most widely used firearms in the world to this day. And with that, dear friends, we come to the end of today's video. We hope you found it both informative and engaging. If you enjoyed this video, please show your support by liking it and sharing it with your friends and family. Inshallah, we'll see you again in the next video. Until then, take care of yourself and your loved ones, and don't forget to keep us in your prayers. Allah Hafiz.
Audio Jungle.